Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey, guys. All right, I've been looking over some of the stuff that I picked up from my good buddy Ward yesterday on all the Ampex parts for this machine. Of course, this is the VR 7500. This is a beautiful machine. Now, we got two of them. This one was also modified with lights, and they left the original switch, but I think they put monitoring lights on this unit. And of course the counter, which this one has the counter. So these were modified for the TV station KAET TV8 PBS in Phoenix. When they were bought, apparently when they were bought new, they had them modified for some reason. So we now have two of these that came out of a television station in Phoenix, KAET TV8 PBS. Yes, this one does work. It does turn on. We're going to swap out some cards. It does need some rubber tires I'm going to change out. This basically just needs a complete maintenance. As far as condition wise, this thing is in awesome condition. This one here, I mean, seriously, these must have been sitting in the station. They didn't beat up on them or nothing. It just they probably took them out of commission when the Type C's and the 3/4 pneumatics came around in the early 70s. But like Ward told me, he got these out of auction. They were in storage at KAET TV8 PBS. They had them in storage for several years. Plus, he was at an auction where he picked up a lot of stuff at the Ampex auction service center. So he was at both places at the same time, and he picked up everything they had to do with the TV station and parts and service parts, belts, you name it. Well, the good news is this is a very good machine. We now have two of these in excellent condition. This one here, like I said, this one here is the VR 7500 color black and white machine. I still have to pull the panel to see if that card is in there. He might have been mistaken, but he says there's no color card in this. I'm not too sure if he's right about that or not. But what I wanted to talk about is the video head gauges. You guys already saw all the parts that I had. Well, this here is the holy grail for repairing these Ampex Type A machines. This is a special gauge. So when you're replacing the video heads on the drum, you can gauge the protrusion for the microns as it sticks out of the drum for the right distance. So it's not sticking out too far so you don't break the video head off and putting it in incorrectly. This is a gauge. It's a micron gauge, actually. And you basically, how you do this, but once you connect it, I can't even, all right, here, if you touch it with your fingers, it's, the head goes up against a little plunger. It gives you your little micron reading, so you could look at the little service paper they give you with these things that tells you what the micron is supposed to be. This is a very important tool, especially for fixing these Ampex VR systems, especially having all the video heads I have for these machines. My God, I mean, you could set the machine factory with brand new heads every time. The video heads, I was reading the paper on the brand new video heads. They say under common use they should last 1,000 hours on these machines. I doubt it. I would probably give it, with the type of videotape, I would probably give it maybe 600 hours if you keep them clean. But the video heads factory say that they're 1,000 hours life. That's the way they're designed. I don't believe it's that long, but that's what they say. All the tools to install brand new video heads are now, I have everything now. I've got the alignment tools, the protrusion tools, this is the protrusion gap meter for the protrusion sticking out of the drum itself. You got to have all these little tools to actually set the machine exactly where it's supposed to be. These are really fun machines to run. But like I said, guys, this is one of the oldest video formats you're going to find. They were prevalent. Colleges, schools, television stations. I don't think there was a very big run of these when they were designed or put out, but as far as Ampex having parts for these machines, they are no longer available. I got the biggest score from Ward on 2 different trips, repair motors, belts. It's ridiculous. I got a whole band of parts for these now. Now I got the actual video heads gauge set up for setting the video heads when you install new ones. which is always a plus because, you know, the video heads do go bad on these things, guys. Just like, you know, it's just like a VCR. You use a VCR for a certain period of time, the video head's going to go bad. And like I said, since these machines are so very, very rare, I can be getting, you know, like I said, I got archives from all over the country calling me about these machines. And there's a lot of archives, a lot of tapes like these. And there's, like I said, these machines do not work, and you can't even find them. They're so rare, it's not even funny. So I'll be able to help out archives, individual people. I do have a client coming with me with a tape that he did try to get done, and I've been trying to point out to people, you just can't get these done unless people have these machines, and very few people do. And he did find out it was a Type A. They ran it on a Type C, and he's going to be coming to visit me. I mean, he's actually coming here in person to bring these 2 tapes for me to do for him, to files. They're very precious memories from a very early time, of something very important to him, and they want to transfer it off to a file. Well, he came to my YouTube page. He sees I specialize now in this format, and I know what I'm doing, so he'll actually bring me the tapes, and I can actually do them for him. But picked up an enormous amount of parts from Ward, service parts, machine. Now I got 2 machines from him that did come out of KAET TV8 PBS, belts, rubber tires, whole slew set of that. I got motors, and if it is missing a color card, I'll be able to replace it. I do have a rebuilt one sitting right here. This has been the holy score for these Ampex Type A's. Yeah, like I said, guys, they're not easy to find. If you do find these machines, they do not work. I mean, they just don't. You know, the rubber tires are number one thing that goes bad on these. You can't get them. Probably broken video heads. I've had 4 machines in the past 2 years. The video heads were all broken and gone on these things. They need belts. They need electronic improvements. It's a very primitive 1-inch video type of VTR from that time, but anything from the 1960s will be done on one of these machines. This is why this machine is so important. People with archives from the 1960s, this is most likely the machine that they recorded it on, or an EIAJ. But if anybody had common sense and owned these, and a lot of people did buy these for home use, some amazing 1960s stuff is going to be found on these type of tape machines. But it's fantastic that now I'm all set up for this format. I mean, Ward, it was the biggest score, getting everything from Ward, repair motors, you name it, parts, belts. It's just unbelievable. But I want to thank Ward very, very much. He set me up on this Type A format. And since I'm an electronic technician, I also have all the parts to actually start servicing these decks as they're needed. And we're going to be able to bring archives that people haven't seen in 60 years, or since the mid-65 or whatever, 1965. That's a long time. And be able to see television shows recorded during that time that were done on these, yes, you're going to be seeing some pretty cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video.